Well, hello and welcome to Roland's Reviews. So glad to have you with us. I will wait for you to fill up the chat room. You know what to do. Hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That will let YouTube know that you are definitely enjoying this content. Uh, Finally, Freaky Friday. We made it. Friday is here, and I am glad. Uh, for those of you who remember, how you doing, Baldwin Birds? Yes, yeah, the entitlement is real. I don't make this stuff up, so just remember, whenever we finish the live chats, I always share these video clips with you in the description box. So I don't know. I think that the Arena Uncensored may still be on the road because I shared the link with him for him to join in to the studio, and he's not here. So I think he's still on the road. Um, but that's okay. If he catches it, he will definitely join in. Prosperity, you're always working, girl. Slow down over there. It is Friday. Okay. So I'll do the roll call momentarily. Uh, Here we are. Okay, there we go. All right, it's all coming up now. And I will, if you want me to call your name, all you need to do is say hello, send an emoji, whatever. And we know a lot of people are probably out busy shopping. Prosperity said Crook County. Yeah, they definitely need to change the name from Cook County to Crook County. And if you have not been here in a while, you'll see that it's intense. And thank God we have Prosperity there, and she's holding their feet to the fire to make sure that they are doing what they are supposed to do. And let's go ahead and do the roll call. Rob Cat, how are you? CJ Parks, Gilbert, Tina, Prosperity, James, Fishing. Oh, okay, James. Enjoy. We're just glad you're here now. Chad, how are you? Nothing new. It's part of Chicago outskirts. Right, Chad? You called it. And that's just where we are with that. Those of you who have Facebook, if you have Truth Social, please share this content on your various forms of social media. Now, if you are familiar with this topic, and we've done a few videos on the super mayor, and she still does not get it. She's kind of tone deaf, just like Brandon Johnson is. So I don't know. She's definitely living in an alternative universe. So there's that. And so go ahead, hit the like button. Thank you so much. Cammy's here. How are you? Chubbs, of course, is here. Laurie, welcome, welcome, welcome. And so look at the title. Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard shuts down Thornton Township. Then she says she's this generation's Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman. Folks, Rob, you started it. Go ahead and finish it, please. I don't make this stuff up. That's why I have the videos, so you can hear it coming from her mouth. I don't want you to think I'm on here just pulling things out of the sky. If you've heard of this, title, if you heard of her saying this before, type it in the comment section. I'm speechless. And yeah, she's consistently, James said, bye-bye, right. Bye, girl, bye. This lady is something else. She's totally conceited. I told you she's a full-blown narcissist. And so I have some videos to share with you because every day she's in the news. And hey, You know, when she finally loses everything, when she's out of office altogether, she definitely needs to do a reality show, uh, a podcast or something, because she is hilarious. Chris, she didn't even pronounce her name correctly. She said Harriet Tubman. Oh my God. Prosperity, she has to be related to Brandon Johnson, probably siblings. Truth bomb. All right, Chris, welcome to the chat, love. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this first video started. And Tina, she's more than something else. Excuse me, I don't know what else. She just leaves me speechless. All right, here we go.
This battle between two board members and Supervisor Tiffany Henyard has escalated into an all-out government shutdown in Thornton Township. The doors here at township buildings are locked. Many services have been stopped. But Henyard said she's going to bring those board members to court to make them show up for work.
Is Thornton Township shut down because of insurance?
Yes, that is true. The fact is the Board of Trustees, Carmen Carlisle and Chris Gonzalez, did not come to any board meetings for over 60 days, causing us to not have insurance.
Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard confirming the COVID shutdown protocols are in place, allowing township staff to work from home to avoid layoffs after a battle between Henyard and the two chronically absent members of the Thornton Township Board, Carmen Carlisle and Chris Gonzalez.
Our hesitation is that if there's a person in there that will just say yes to everything, I mean, it will set us back.
The trustees say they're boycotting to prevent Henyard from appointing a tie-breaking trustee, something Henyard maintains the two could block if they attended meetings.
Do you have the power to unilaterally appoint someone to this tie-breaking vote position?
I do not. I do not have sole power to appoint anybody. When you're going to say, hey, it's neglect, you're neglecting your duties as an elected official.
In the meantime, government gridlock and mounting unpaid bills. Meanwhile, State Senator Napoleon Harris, who replaced Henyard at the top of the township ticket, running for supervisor after a controversial caucus, is weighing in on allegations of voter suppression.
No one was denied entry. Everything was done above board, and people need to respect the rule of law.
That's something Henyard disputes as well, asking a judge in a lawsuit against Harris for what she described as a fair caucus.
I am history. I am the 21st century history. I am your Rosa Parks, your Harriet Tubman. I am that person.
You're right. Who said that? Chad, Chris. She didn't even say Tubman. She did say Tubman. Oh. Oh my God. CJ Parks, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, love. Merry Christmas to you as well. Maybe you can get that Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits LP. Yes, now I have the Greatest Hits CD. It's out in the truck. But I need to get that LP. Thank you so much, love. And those hearts in the chat section are just for you. Here we go. Oh, my God. I need to hear that again. I thought that Chris was joking. I have to hear that again, folks. I'm sorry. I have to hear that. Oh, my God.
21st century history. I am your Rosa Parks, your Harriet Tubman. I am that person. Somebody has to say, never, never, ever give up.
So no end in sight for this government shutdown in Thornton Township and no layoffs in sight just yet.
Watch breaking news on YouTube.
So what? She's the next generation. She's Harriet. Well, she was supposed to say Tubman. She said Tubbit and Rosa Parks. And I think that Bowenberg said something. She had the nerve to compare herself to Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman. That is disrespectful. They definitely need to come back and check her, because there is no way she should be comparing herself to Harriet Tubman or Rosa Parks. Johnson's pointed head Mayor Tiffany want to be Beyonce Mayor. Cammie, can the people of Thornton Township recall all her wigs? Because my God, she and them wigs gotta go. Cammie, truth bomb. Yes. CJ Parks, I don't ever recall Rosa Parks embezzling her town's money. CJ, you can't make this stuff up. She is nuts. Oh my God. What the heck is she talking about? Wow. And I have a now, if you're familiar with this, let me know. So she closed down the township. She didn't tell you why. She's into some shady, nefarious activities. There's a reason they're not coming. They know what she's trying to do. The other people she's probably bought and paid off. How you doing, Tijuana border jumper? She's the female Gavin Newsom. Yes. Get her out of there. Again, folks, if you've been here on this channel for a while, this is why we're always preaching. Do not vote blue, no matter who. These are the results. Tina, Miss Rowland, I totally agree with you. This lady is off her rocker. She needs to be thrown in a rubber room. My God, we need to open up the insane asylum. She is definitely living in an alternative universe. Cammie says, for the love of Jesus, she better not bring Malcolm X into this madness. Cammie, okay, I can show you better than I can tell you. I'll stop sharing this and I'll share something else. But this is what she does. And everyone looks at her like, what the heck are you talking about? But yeah, she shut down the town. Okay, here we go. And you know who? You know I'm back at Pink Book Lessons. And you know she broke it down. She says it, she puts it all her videos are kind of short, but she has everything in that video and it's all true. Chubbs, it has to be empty space. I don't know what she's talking. She's nuts. All right, let's listen to this. And I'll give you my review. You already know how I feel. And again, you feel bad for the people. But again, this is a great learning lesson for the people in the township. Start really researching who you're going to vote for. And I don't care if they're Black and I don't care if they are female. What are their policies? Because I'm going to tell you, just like the same situation with Brandon Johnson. If you're going to put another Democrat here, once she's gone, folks, you're going to get the same results. So let's be mindful of that. Right, Rob? She's a legend in her own mind. Exactly. That's the only place, because everyone else is looking at her like, lady, you're nuts. Let's listen to this, because no one breaks it down like Pink Book Lessons. She calls it as it is. Prosperity said, no more Democrats. I'm with you. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, comparing herself to a great American Rosa Parks. CJ, every time she talks, I'm just in awe. Like, did that really just leave her mouth? So let's listen to Pink Book, because she breaks it down. She calls it her what she really, truly is. Share this on Facebook, folks. Share this on Truth Social if you have it. Let's listen to this.
It says a shutdown would mean ceasing assistance programs for seniors and after-school programs for children, and potentially laying off more than 100 township workers.
It's kind of hurtful to even mention the potential of layoffs. I don't want that. I want our people to work. It's the holiday season.
Thornton Township, the largest township in Illinois, is in crisis right now. The Cook County Township, just south of Chicago, has been shut down. Township Supervisor Tiffany Teflon Tahoe has taken drastic measures to force her will on the community. The local government is at a standstill, with buildings closed, services suspended, and chaos mounting. Her excuse for kicking her colleagues and employees out of the buildings, leaving citizens unable to handle their township business, is that the township's insurance policy expired without a new policy being put in place. But let me tell you, this shutdown isn't about an insurance policy, as the city girl mayor claims. No, it's a calculated move to tighten her grip on power. The super mayor is getting super desperate as her control is slipping away. Remember, Tiffany Tahoe is not only the supervisor of Thornton, but she's also the mayor of Dalton. And honestly, in both positions, she's always finding herself in the middle of a power struggle. This is all stemming from a trustee recently stepping down, leaving a vacant seat on the Thornton Township board, and Tiffany is trying to fill this vacancy herself, looking to handpick someone loyal to her to solidify and maintain her control, which will also allow her to continue her questionable management of the township's finances and resources. But two other trustees, Carmen Carlisle and Chris Gonzalez, are standing in her way. Both Carmen and Chris oppose the City Girl Mayor's plan. They want voters to decide who fills the trustee position, ensuring transparency and fairness. But instead of working with them, Tiffany has taken a shocking step, shutting down this entire township government to force their hand. She's telling everybody that the shutdown is due to an expired insurance policy, which she says can't be renewed without a vote from the trustees. However, this is a misleading narrative because historically the supervisor
Tina asked a question. How in the world did she get the title super mayor? Tina, I'm glad you asked. She named herself super mayor because she's the youngest, and she did that. Miss Rowland, a squirrel wouldn't touch her chops. Yes, CJ. It says Rosa Parks did not need her own security guards to stand up for her. For what she believes. Sorry, I just admire Rosa Parks. Right, CJ, and to have this woman to liken herself to Harriet Tubman, who did more. She was a spy during the Civil War. She was a nurse. I found, a lot of people know, of course, she rescued several slaves from slavery. But if you go do a deep dive, she did so much more. I actually went to her home place up in New York, and she built a home for the aged, for older people. It was right there. It's still there on the property. Roland said, don't forget her super lawyer, and she's going to need a super lawyer. Facts. So listen to this crap. She's nuts.
Knew the insurance policy as an ordinary part of doing business without a board vote.
Amazon.
All right, so we're going to get rid of this commercial, and then we'll let it play. Yeah, Tijuana border jumper. She looks more like a tub. She looks like something. She's nuts. Here we go.
Now, it's very simple. By keeping the government shut down, Tiffany hopes to pressure Chris and Carmen into attending a meeting where she can push through her appointment of a loyal trustee.
Except for Tiffany Henyard's staff, there were literally more news cameras present tonight than Thornton Township residents. One trustee telling me all of this boils down to an open Board of Trustees seat. Nearly an empty room, just two residents in attendance, along with Supervisor Tiffany Henyard's staff.
Unfortunately, we cannot pay your bill or do anything to move forward because the Board of Trustees did not show up.
And so she's just being very one-sided. She's not being truthful. How you doing, Isaiah? She's not telling them the situation. Those two trustees are not coming because they know what she's trying to do. And she's trying to get, of course, someone who she's bought and paid for to voted in as a trustee so she can push through her agenda. They know what they're doing.
Wanted to move forward on agenda items, including renewing insurance policies, township bills, establishing a new bank account, and filling a vacant trustee seat. Is it safe to say that you all's fear is that Henyard could appoint a yes man?
Oh, definitely correct. I mean, my assumption is that's what's intended.
Chris Gonzalez is one of two trustees who opted not to attend tonight's meeting. He told me after December 7th, residents will decide who their fourth trustee will be. In addition to unanswered questions about spending, Gonzalez says that's why he and trustee Carmen Carlisle will stay away.
That's our intention, is to let it go to the people, let them decide. Obviously, we're adults. Whoever gets picked, that's who we're going to work with.
Micah and Ray, a spokesman for Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, warns this could be just the start of closures as political infighting between leaders here begins to shut out the people they serve.
Oh my goodness. With shock and frustration, Thornton Township residents had no choice but to leave the government's main building almost as soon as they arrived. A Supervisor Tiffany Henyard sign in the window announcing the building is closed.
I was coming to find out about my taxes and not knowing the building was closed. seeing Tiffany's name on the building is like,
The place that houses the
And the sad thing is, folks, she probably voted for her. So, elections have consequences. So, I mean, I hate that these people are going through all of this drama. And if she was really concerned, if the super mayor was really concerned about her constituents, she would step down. Why would you stay somewhere and you're not wanted and you have not done an effective job? How you doing, Deborah? Super mayor came from supervisor of the township, mayor of Thornton. Yes. How you doing, Doreen? And so that tells you right there she's narcissistic. She doesn't care about these people. She's just power hungry. Hit the like button for me, folks. How you doing, Doreen? All right, let's go.
The clerk's office, the assessor's office, where residents can apply for financial assistance to help pay for their utilities. Now locked to the public with little explanation of how long it could stay that way.
I got off work early to take care of this, but I guess I wasted my time.
Henyard has been warning for the past couple of weeks that the township could shut down because its insurance policy expired this month.
The lawyers have told us several times that we will not be able to continue to operate because we do not have insurance. And I just want to put that out there because I put it out there every single time. So now we're going to make provisions to move forward.
At last night's scheduled meeting, she blamed opposing trustees for not showing up again to take a vote.
They are not doing their job. They are neglecting their duty.
We could have took care of this a while back.
Chris Gonzalez is one of those trustees. He says they've never had to vote for an insurance policy before. He's skipping meetings so Henyard can't reset the clock to appoint another trustee who will vote yes on her spending.
There was a form that could have been signed off on by the Tiffany Henyard, someone else in the administration, that would have just basically renewed the insurance. It would have went on forward. They chose not to do that. They chose to use it as a ploy. And now it got to the point where I don't think they know what to do.
Months of political stalemate boiling over. As a Henyard spokesman tells WGN News, they're awaiting guidance from township lawyers. More buildings and services could be impacted by the end of the week.
This mess that they're going through really don't make no sense, but we have to deal with it.
Trustee Chris Gonzalez is one of two trustees who've called a special meeting for Friday afternoon to try to address some of the essential township business, but they will need a quorum to be able to take any action. We're live in South Holland tonight. Jenna Barnes, WGN News.
Thank you, Jenna.
As usual, Tiffany is up to her trifling ways. This government shutdown is not about insurance. She's only using insurance as an excuse.
Yep.
Her actions follow a troubling pattern and an outright abuse of power. Both Chris and Carmen formally supported her, but Tiffany Tahoe lost their support due to ongoing allegations of corruption and mismanagement. Carmen, once Tiffany's loyal assistant, has since distanced herself.
You see, this lady right here, folks, let's give her some props, because once she started becoming involved in nefarious activity, she was like, nope. So she, as you can see, she did start to distance herself from her. Doreen, the Democrats are trying to cram in everything before Trump gets in. You better believe it. That's what they're trying to do. So yeah, let me finish this.
After the FBI began investigating the Super City Girl Mayor's actions. No doubt this shutdown is affecting thousands of residents who rely on government services, from closed offices to inaccessible programs. The community is bearing the brunt of Tiffany Tahoe's political gains.
I'm a resident of the village of Dalton. I am also a resident of Thornton Township. So I am very concerned about what has been happening in the administration of the village of Dalton and the administration here at Thornton Township.
Adding to the controversy is Tiffany's two positions. Both are in jeopardy, as she's still getting nearly $50,000 as mayor and a staggering $230,000 as supervisor. The latter, she didn't even get a single vote for. She was installed in the position without a vote. And now with the 2025 election looming, her desperation is evident. After failing to secure the Democratic nomination, she's relying on a write-in campaign to hold on to that $230,000 supervisor position.
For Supervisor Napoleon Harris.
Henyard left emotional and upset knowing her name will not appear on the April ballot. to the pleasure of many in the room.
Now, this isn't the first time Tiffany has used some form of a shutdown as a weapon. She has a history of locking out citizens, trustees, and other elected officials to maintain control. Remember the one time she locked out the Thornton Township assessor?
This was your office?
Yes.
What happened when you tried to open it?
It doesn't work.
The lock got changed?
Yes.
That's right. Thornton Township Assessor Cassandra Elston got locked out of her own office, what appears she believes to be retaliation from Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. Now, both are elected positions, and the assessor says the supervisor has no legal standing to take any action over her office. Elston has been critical of Henyard's actions, including massive spending, as we reported last week, using Township and Village of Dalton employees to benefit a charitable fund that she created last year.
Yeah, I covered that back in 2023 when I first blew up this story on YouTube. But this time, the stakes are higher. With her power slipping and investigations closing in, the super city girl mayor is willing to cripple an entire township to get her way. As of now, trustees Chris and Carmen remain firm in their stance. They are refusing to attend Tiffany's meetings, knowing it would allow her to bypass the democratic process. The two have a special public meeting coming up, and their goal is simple. Let the people decide who fills the trustee position. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started.
So, folks, go ahead and hit the like button for me. And that's just, folks, we've been talking about her shenanigans. And again, you feel bad for the people who had faith in her and they voted for her. Oh, God, you know, she's the youngest. You know, you're always being told you're going to be, you know, a part of history. And who cares about history when you have to deal with this crap? It's not about history. It's about policy, folks. And again, when you don't vote responsibly, this is what you get. And I'm glad they do have two trustees that have not been bought and paid for. Because you remember, I showed you she's always on Facebook Live, and she has plenty of videos on her Facebook page where she is, giving people food and doing things for their children. We know what that's all about. That's the democratic way. That's to buy votes. That's why you have these people who are standing up for her in all of her wrongdoing. And that's not right. Chad says, yes, it is. Doreen, I have to list all of the older people CTU has paid to cover them in a video on my channel after I exposed them publicly at City Hall. Yes, Prosperity, expose. Continue to expose, sister. Please do. Prosperity, criminals, crooks, cheaters, Crook County. Yeah, that's Chicago. And Dalton's right outside of Chicago. So it's just sad. But again, these people are going through this experience now. So the next time it's time for them to vote, I'm sure they're going to dig a little deeper. Tina said she's Kamala Harris' little sister. Okay, Tina. Steve, fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake nails, fake. Yes. On the taxpayer's dime. She's making all of that money, and someone better whisper in her ear and tell her she better start putting some of that money away. So, because she's better, with all these investigations that are ongoing, she needs to put some money aside for an attorney. Yeah, and that's just what that is. Okay, let me see. What else I have for you, and then we'll get out of here. So the Arena Uncensored is in the chat, so I guess he's on the road. That's why he's not here with me. All right, one more video. So again, super narcissist. She calls herself super mayor. We should call her super narcissist. Prosperity said it's greed. They make a large amount of money and they're still criminal. Right. And it's still not enough. What the heck? Oh, wow. So here we go.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor.
If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work.
Tiffany Henyard.
So, yeah, this is how she talks. And the people who are still attending her meetings, again, they probably bought and paid for.
Considers herself something of a crusader, but one who's clearly annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dalton trustees who are in a standoff with her over spending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
WGN Investigates has cataloged tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on trips, meals, and more by Tiffany Henyard and her allies in Dalton and on the Thornton Township Board, where she's the supervisor. Township credit card records show Henyard and other officials spent more than $67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City. Many of the flights were first class. So were the accommodations. In Atlanta, Henyard and her team stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill came to $13,000. Henyard has refused to explain the specific purpose of the trips or why they travel in such style, but she appeared to refer to our reporting at Monday's Dalton meeting.
But everything we do for the people. But we under attack. We getting scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people, showing them that they matter to us. We going through the fires for y'all.
Henyard calls her critics grandstanders who should get in line.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'all stuff. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Dalton's difficulties got worse in recent weeks with water main breaks. Henyard blames on trustee budget cuts. Then 4 people were shot and injured last week, leaving nerves frayed and Henyard's opponents pointing out her sizable security detail.
It's unfortunate that politics are being played, but what has happened is $1 million out of my budget has been cut because of politics.
We're not saying the police is not doing a good job. What we're saying is you're assigning all of them to be with you when they should be out here protecting the residents so we can all feel safe.
Residents are taking notice. Some spoke for and others against the mayor.
Well, you know, we got the mayor here, meeting with the president of the United States. Everyone's seen the picture. That's a big deal. That is great promotion for this city, for this town.
Ladies and gentlemen, be civil, do things right, think of the residents. You are here to represent the residents and not yourself.
Henyard and her publicity team no longer respond to our emails seeking an explanation of her spending. As we've reported, she is also the face of a cancer charity that bears her name, one that has failed to file required financial disclosures. The Illinois Attorney General has given the foundation until the middle of this month to show how it spends its money or face legal action. Lourdes?
So again, you see the first thing she says, and then I've already shared other videos with you. Hit the like button, folks, if you're enjoying this content, please. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you for the super chat. Love. Tijuana Border Jumper says they expose themselves. We the people have had too much. Yes, these hearts are just for you, Tijuana. Thank you so much, love, for your support. And so again, people, what's the first thing? That's the Democratic way. You see what she said? This is all about because she's black. Well, what about the thousands and thousands of dollars in taxpayer dollars that you are squandering? That's why Tina said she's Kamala's little sister. And, you know, this is the problem with the Democratic Party. You're not supposed to, if you're black, and the persons the person or persons who are committing the infractions are black, you're not supposed to say anything. If you're, and God knows if you're white, you're not supposed to say anything to someone black. You're racist. So you can't, it's a no-win situation. So they're supposed to be allowed to do whatever. Jazzy said, I'm in Georgia right now and this would be crushed. Yes. Prosperity, that's why we need Trump and Czar to get in here and clean the swamp. Yes, the swamp is deep. Those trustees don't want to pay for a crooked mayor's lifestyle. And I'm glad they're staying. I wish all of them would stay away. Chad, all these fools will be called out. 30-day countdown. Okay. Everyone acts like Trump is a good guy. That's laughable. That's from Jazzy Net. Prosperity. The black is leading the black blind. All bees. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. And folks, it doesn't matter the color of one's skin. Anyone who has two eyeballs that work and whose ears are working perfectly fine and just listen to this story and watched the videos that I just shared with you, you know it's not right. And again, she has all the police are with her. What about your constituents and the community that the police are supposed to be protecting? Jazzy Net says, yeah, an Indian for FBI and a South Africans are to fix this is even more ridiculous. Okay, that's from Jazzy Net. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you for the super chat, love. I am spamming the comment section for you again, love. Thank you so much for your support. Tijuana Border Jumper says, I don't want to know anyone's ethnicity. Just do your job and represent the people or get the boot. Tijuana, that's all of us as tax-paying Americans can ask for. I don't care what color you are, right? Can you do the job, and can you do the job effectively? And let's be real, folks. If she was a conservative, oh my God, it would be in the news cycle everywhere. They would blast it. You know, she couldn't get away with this if she were a conservative, but she's a Democrat. And you know, she's already played the race card. She's already said they're jealous of her because she's so young and she ascended, so quickly for her age. She is not reading the room or the tea leaves. And you would think anyone with more than 2 brain cells, once they chose someone else in the gym and then she was walking out and they started singing, nah, 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 hey, hey, goodbye. She doesn't get it. And so, again, if you were really concerned about your constituents and you were concerned about the communities that you represent, you would step down. You're not benefiting them any kind of way. Prosperity. We didn't have all this bleep when Trump was in office. People weren't suffering like they are now. Trump is better than all the other criminals that have oppressed too many people. Good point, Prosperity Truth Bomb. Facts. Tina, I totally agree with that. And he's willing to know I'm American Native, but I get called racist. Tina, anytime you go against the Democratic narrative, you're called racist. So that's just how it is. That's the point that we're at, unfortunately, in this country. Steve said she is a victim. Yeah, she's a Democrat. So it's because I'm black. No, it's because you're stupid. It has nothing to do with your ethnicity. And it's because you're, spending taxpayer dollars to lavish your lifestyle. Cammie, Joy Reid, Rachel Maddow, CNN, and them hens on The View will be having a field day if Tiff was a Republican. Cammie, they would be talking about it every day. And that's what I'm saying. That's not right. Exactly. Tijuana said she's a thief, nothing more. Right. Jazzy Net, yeah, we were suffering with COVID when he was in office. Well, we're suffering really bad now, Jazzy Net, as a result of Biden and Harris's Democratic policies. And Jazzy Net, this last election was a referendum from the American people. And the American people want the economy improved. American people want these illegals deported now. Okay, that if you look at this last election, that should tell you everything. We have the White House, the House, and the Senate. So obviously, Democratic policies are not what's happening. Thank God. Prosperity. Tina, stay strong. That is used to try to get you to stand down. Exactly, Tina. You keep going, sister. Prosperity, Jazzy, right? I don't know. Prosperity, I'll let you question because I don't know where Jazzy's getting that information from. I really don't. Thank you. Doreen said, please like and share. Yes, if you're enjoying this content, hit the like button, share on your various forms of social media, please. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're well over 11,000 subscribers, so we're trying to make it to 12 now. We'll just keep climbing together. Prosperity, Biden wanted you to take your body. I'm not sure what Prosperity is saying there. Okay. Steve, Biden and Harris should be in prison. Yes, for the treason they committed against the American people. That would be great. Prosperity said, bring your fact. Now, where are we here? Jazzy, you have to have receipts because Prosperity has receipts, so you have to bring them. Okay. That's just a warning. She's legitimate. All right. Chubb said, just like the Dems don't get the way they play games of retaliation. Yes. And like I said, if she really cared about those people, she would just go. It's obvious they no longer want you there. But when you get used to living a lavish lifestyle, you're like, okay, I can't. Okay, Jazzy Net said in the 60s and 70s, the Democrats were real. Yeah, though the Democrats of today, Jazzy Net, are nothing like the Democrats of the 60s and 70s. And they're all the way left and progressive. And those are not the policies that Americans are in favor of. Hence the past election. No, it doesn't, Chubbs. Good point. Jazzy, please do your history of what happened in the 60s and 70s, okay? Yeah, and things are, as society changes, you have to be flexible and adaptable, and you have to change as well. But yeah, look at what happened in the 60s and 70s. All right, so Jazzy said the Dems were real. They were different than they are now. I don't know how real they were, but they were different. And what we have now is a party full of communists and socialists and Marxists, which they've always kind of been, that. But now it's just worse. And that's just not what the American people want. Jazzy Net, I'm 68. I was a kid in the 60s and said, okay, Jazzy Net. Okay. All right. Didn't realize you were that age. Okay. That's fine. That's your receipt. Okay. Okay, Jazzy Net. All right. So that's all I have for you folks. I just wanted to share that with you. She's still at it again. And there is no end in sight. And Imuna, how are you? I apologize for being late. Shalom, Miss Roland. How are you, love? And Wavelin. Yes, Wavelin, you're just coming. Muna and Wavelin, make sure you go back and watch the videos that I shared. She's making a lot of money, but I don't know if she's wasting it because she's not paying her rent because she's being sued by her landlord. But she really, honestly, she needs to be placing money aside. With all these investigations that are ongoing, she needs to get an attorney, not continue to live lavishly. Prosperity says I'm a boomer and I saw what happened in that time period. Thank you, Prosperity. I told you Prosperity has receipts. She was here too. Tijuana border jumper. That's all exposure of our taxes being stolen is good. Yes, Tijuana border jumper. And those are our tax dollars, right? Laurie, I can't wait either. January 20th cannot get here soon enough. Yes, Prosperity. A lot of people don't know. I did a video on that. The Democrats are the party of the KKK and Jim Crow. Yes, exactly. Always glad to see you, Imuna. Yes. Like Jazzy Net said, like Elon Musk and Trump give about you poor people. I don't care. I don't care if someone hates my guts. What are their policies? Jazzy Net on this channel, this YouTube channel, we talk about policy, the 3 Ps. And I don't care if someone doesn't like me. What are their policies that will benefit me? That's what this referendum was about. This and the migrant crisis. Okay. The support of all these non-Americans, and Americans are starving and struggling. Okay. White House, House, Senate. Yeah, that's a referendum. Democratic policies are unpopular. Prosperity. Democrats wanted you to put bleep in your veins during C-19. Okay. I'm going back and okay. Yes, Waverly. Make sure you do, love, because we're pretty much done here now. And folks, when we get off, please go back and leave comments once I end the live stream. YouTube wants to see more engagement, so you could just say, hey, I enjoyed the video. You can say whatever you want. I'll respond. And Jazzy Net says, if the privatization of all systems is the solution, so be it. Okay. Steve says, well, we know Biden and Harris did not give a crap about us poor people. Steve, a truth bomb. They didn't care. The Democrats don't care about the poor or working class. And remember, years ago, since you're talking about the Democrats of yesteryear, remember, they were supposed to be for the blue collar people. Now they're the party of the elites. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you for the super chat again. Those hearts are just for you, Tijuana Border Jumper. Tijuana Border Jumper said, my body, my choice, my taxes, my choice. Right. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to tax me out of the wazoo, I'm saying spend that money on Americans, not illegals. That's what I'm saying. And I'm paying a lot of taxes just like the rest of everyone else in this chat. At least spend it on Americans. I mean, it's bad you're taking all our money, but spend it on Americans and maybe we won't feel so bad. Not quite as bad. Tina said, thank you, Miss Rowland. I love everything you do. Oh, thank you, Tina. I love you being here because you have some great insight. And, you know, that's all we do here. We just discuss. You know, most of you who've been here for a while, you know how I feel about these topics and this subject matter. And here we don't do double standards, right? Oh, yeah. Tina's wonderful. She's always here. She's a great supporter of the channel. We love it. And we just call things as we see them. So you can't come on here talking about this is racist and white supremacy and DEI. We don't on this channel. No, we call it out for what it really is. Jazzy Net, you wouldn't be able to even communicate like this if it wasn't for the previous Democrats, even locally. I don't know what you're getting at, Jazzy Net. Explain what you're trying to tell me. But yeah, folks, this is what's going on, and it's going to be very interesting. Prosperity says, shaking my head. Tijuana Border Jumper, one day I'll explain my handle. Oh, Tijuana Border Jumper, I'm waiting, dear. I'm definitely waiting for you to explain your channel, your handle. Tijuana Border Jumper, I saw you on another channel, but it was a different name, but I know your profile picture. So I think you have another profile. Chubbs, this mayor is living it up off of the backs of the hardworking citizens. She needs to be fired. Yes, get her out of there. And again, what I don't like, again, with the double standards, Democrats are allowed to do anything. And you better not say anything or they're coming after you fast and furiously. Imuna, please make sure you stock up on candles, camping, stoves, oil lamps. Canada threatens to shut down our power because of terrorists. Yeah, they're trying to cause some problems. So we'll be okay, though. Hit the like button for me, folks. Imuna, if you have Facebook, please share this on your Facebook page, love. Where are we here? All right. And so that's just where we are, folks. Tijuana Border Jumper. I'm an American that lives part-time in Tijuana because it's cheap. I'm a South Jumper. Okay. Thank you for the explanation, Tijuana. Hey, do what you have to do to survive, brother. All right, Jazzy Net. That's not democratic. What Harris was pushing. Jazzy Net. She only had one agenda, and that was the unaliving of babies in the womb. So, Cammie says, I want the complete paperwork on how much Tahoe Tiffany has spent. Cammie, I will keep all of you updated. There are several investigations ongoing. And so she is going to be exposed. Tijuana, San Diego. Yes, I have a coworker, Tijuana, who used to live in San Diego. So I do know it is very expensive. He tells me about it all the time. Prosperity, she was just pushing the unaliving of children in the womb. That's all she was pushing. Oh, Jazzy Net said, I voted for Cornell. Okay. All right. Anyways, Jazzy Net, we tell people to vote for who you want to, but thank God you didn't vote for her. And all these people that she fooled and gaslighted. Jazzy Net, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Check out. I did a video, me and Blackson. We did a video on the few black campaign workers that she had. Said they were discriminated against and mistreated. And I told you, if you go back and look at some of my other videos, Jazzy Net, I said, if you vote for Kamala, it's just like voting for the KKK. So when I did that video, I definitely felt vindicated. Prosperity, what are you defending? Yeah, the Democratic agenda then. Yeah, I don't know what Jazzy Net's trying to tell us here. All right, hit the like button, folks. We're going to get out of here. Cammie said we here in Canada are working on getting Trudeau out. Trump got him shook and in panic mode. He's doing things he's never done before. Wow. He is sweating bullets. Wow, Cammie. Yeah. He's sweating a little bit. Whoa. A crook is not going to tell a police officer they robbed a bank. A crooked mayor's not going to tell the truth. No, never, ever. Chubbs, you're right. And so Blackson, I'm sure he'll be back with me tomorrow. Again, I guess he was on the road. But that's okay. We'll go live tomorrow. I don't know, 1:32-ish. Good night to all. Power to the people. Okay, Jazzy Net. Thank you for stopping in, love. Hit the like button and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. Thank you, Imuna. Tina, Cammie, I've been praying for you all in Canada. I understand you're prime minister. Yes, Tina, thank you I know they thank you for the prayers, love. Prosperity is because of the demons. I've been inundated with all this work to prove our valid case. You keep working hard and don't give up. Keep fighting, Prosperity. Oh, yes, Tijuana border jumper. There we go. Those are for you. Oh, yeah. Hearts, Christmas present. I think that's what I think those are for you. Okay. And so we'll go. And I know a lot of people are busy. I guess it's the holiday season and people are busy and people are out. I'll be traveling back to Allentown, Pennsylvania next week. And I'll take my laptop with me. So I'll try to go live one day while I'm out of town. I won't have my setup, but I'll have my laptop. And so I'll still be live, but I'll be live. I'll still be live Saturday, tomorrow with Blackson. I'll still be live Sunday as well. And then next week, I'll have to let you know. Just depends on my travel days. Okay. And it's going to take, from where I live, that's going to be about an 8-hour trip. All right. Okay. I will let you go. I enjoyed each of you. And I thank you so much. The channel is really growing. And that's because of you liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. That's because of you telling your family, your friends, and people that you meet. And I appreciate that. It's much appreciated. There are thousands of content creators here on YouTube. So the fact that you're here spending your valuable time with me is not taken lightly. It is much, very much appreciated. Yes, love to you as well, Tina. So again, if any of you get a chance or opportunity, once I end the live, help me out here. Leave up under the description box. I don't mean in the live chat. I mean, once I end it and you see the description box, if you will, go up under the description box and leave a comment. Let me know how you enjoyed the content. Deborah here in Washington. Yes, how you doing, Deborah? Deborah, we're leaving, but you can do the replay. Do me a favor, love, and hit the little like button and also the subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. All right. Have a blessed evening as well, Imuna. So glad you're here. All right, one more like. Can I get one more person to hit the like button? If people realize if they just hit the like button and left comments, that would really trigger the YouTube logarithm. But I guess people forget. And then sometimes people are watching, people are tired, and they're just not thinking about it. So it happens. All right, I'm going to go. I'll end the stream, but I enjoyed you all. Look for me and Blackson to be. Oh, Deborah said she's been watching. Oh, thank you, love. Make sure you check us out. I don't know. We'll be live tomorrow afternoon sometime. I don't know, 2, 3-ish, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what Blackson has on his menu. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you again for spending your very valuable time here at the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. Leave some comments. Leave as many comments as you like under the description box. I will respond. All right, I will see you now in the comment section.